Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking into something really important, a resource maybe you haven't thought much about if addiction is touching your life or someone close to you.
Yeah, we're talking about employee assistance programs or EAPs.
Exactly. EAPs.
It's funny, they're often right there, part of your work benefits, but easily overlooked, isn't it?
Yeah,
Especially when you're feeling overwhelmed by something like addiction, just trying to figure out where to even start.
that's it. You feel isolated, maybe don't know where to turn, and this potential source of help might be, well, closer than you think.
hmm And often confidential, which is
Mhm.
key. Whether it's sponsored by your company or maybe through your union, they often work hand in hand with treatment centers too.
Right. So, our mission today for this deep dive is to really unpack how these EAPs work specifically for addiction recovery. What are they? What services can you expect? And why can they be such a big help?
Let's get into it.
Okay. So, starting right at the beginning. For someone listening who's maybe heard the term EAP but isn't totally sure what exactly is it.
Think of it like a support benefit provided by your employer. It's designed to help employees deal with personal problems that might be affecting their job performance, health, well-being, the whole picture.
Okay, so personal problems, not just work stuff.
No, definitely not just work stuff. Things like stress, grief, family issues, and critically for our conversation, drug or alcohol addiction support is very often a core service they offer.
So, it's about supporting the whole person, which makes sense.
Exactly. It's holistic support.
And you mentioned benefits. Is this something extra you pay for or?
Generally, no. That's a key point. For the employee, EAPs are usually a no-cost benefit. It's just part of the package. You see them a lot in union agreements, and most bigger companies have them.
Worth checking your employee handbook or benefits info then.
Absolutely. Definitely worth checking.
So if you find out you do have an EAP and you're grappling with addiction, what kind of help can you actually get? What do they do?
Okay, so typically they offer a few key things. It usually starts with a confidential initial assessment. That's your first step, totally private, no judgment, just figuring out what's going on.
Right, a starting point.
Yeah. Then they might offer some short-term counseling or support directly through the EAP itself.
Uh-huh.
But a really big piece is referrals
Referrals too.
to specialized treatment programs. That could mean inpatient, residential care or outpatient programs, depending on what assessment suggests is needed.
So they help you find the right kind of professional help.
Precisely. And it often doesn't stop there. Many EAPs also provide follow-up support after treatment, helping you stay on track, maintain recovery.
That follow-up seems really important for preventing relapse.
It's crucial. Recovery is a long game.
Okay, so that's the what. Let's dig into the how. How do EAPs specifically help someone actually get into recovery? What are the mechanisms?
Well, probably the most fundamental thing, and we touched on it, is confidentiality. It's absolutely vital.
Knowing it won't get back to your boss or coworkers.
Exactly. You can reach out to the EAP knowing the conversation is private. That removes a huge barrier. The fear of, workplace consequences, judgment, losing your job.
That fear is massive, I imagine. Stops a lot of people asking for help.
It really does. So establishing that trust is the first critical step. Then, building on that trust, EAPs provide early intervention and assessment.
Meaning they can spot the signs.
Their counselors are trained for it,
Yeah.
yes. They can recognize signs of addiction, conduct a proper confidential assessment to figure out the extent of the issue, and then recommend the right level of care.
So detox, maybe residential, outpatient, they help figure that out.
They guide you. Even if you're kind of lost and unsure what you need, they can help clarify that path forward.
Okay. And you mentioned referrals earlier and partnerships like with places like New Life Recovery Centers. How does that connection actually benefit the person seeking help?
Right. Those established relationships are really valuable. When an EAP has a partnership with a treatment center, it often means things move faster.
Like getting admitted quicker.
Yeah. Potentially quicker admissions, a smoother referral process overall. It's like having an inside track, someone who knows the system helping you navigate it. Cuts down on stress and delays when you need help, like yesterday.
That sounds incredibly helpful, cutting through red tape. What about the practical side, like taking time off work? That's another big worry.
Huge worry. And another key area where EAPs step in. They can help you understand and sort out medical leave.
Like FMLA leave.
Exactly. Often under the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA, which means your job is protected while you're getting treatment. They can also liaise with your employer about workplace accommodations when you return, if needed.
So they help manage that whole side of things too.
Yes. And if you're a union member, there might be even more support. Your union contract could have additional protections or benefits for medical leave, and the EAP can help you figure those out and access them.
Knowing your job is safe while you focus on getting well. That must be an enormous weight off someone's shoulders.
Absolutely enormous. It removes a massive barrier. And like I said about follow-up, the support doesn't just vanish once treatment starts or ends.
Right, the ongoing part.
Yeah, EAPs often provide continued support. Follow-up counseling, connecting you with community resources, relapse prevention tools, all aimed at helping you build a solid long-term recovery.
Okay, so we've covered how they work. Let's really boil down the advantages. If you engage your EAP for addiction treatment, what are the specific benefits you get?
Well, first off, a big one is often financial. EAPs frequently cover the cost of that initial assessment.
So getting started doesn't necessarily cost you anything out of pocket.
Often, yes. And they might cover some short-term counseling, too. It just makes taking that first step financially easier for a lot of people.
That's huge. Treatment costs can be daunting.
Definitely. Second benefit, structured guidance. We talk about how overwhelming finding treatment can be. EAP counselors help simplify that. They guide you through the options, explain the process. You're not trying to figure it all out alone.
Like having a navigator when you're lost at sea.
Kind of, yeah. Third, the workplace protection we discussed. That job security aspect is crucial. The EAP helps safeguard your employment during your recovery.
Peace of mind.
And finally, now this is really encouraging, research actually suggests that when people get support through their workplace, often via an EAP, they tend to have better outcomes,
Better outcomes meaning?
higher rates of completing treatment programs, and, importantly, better chances of sustained long-term sobriety. So using your EAP isn't just convenient, it might actually improve your chances of success.
Wow. Okay. That's a powerful point. Workplace support really matters. Now, we've mentioned unions a few times. What's special about union-specific EAPs?
Union EAPs often come with an extra layer of advocacy and protection, specifically tailored for union members, because unions negotiate benefits collectively.
Right, through collective bargaining.
Exactly. They often secure stronger health and wellness packages overall, which can translate into more robust or comprehensive EAP options for their members. They really fight for those benefits.
So potentially even more tailored support if you're in a union.
That's often the case. And places like New Life Recovery Centers, they highlight their experience working specifically with union members.
How so?
Things like coordinating care directly with the union's health benefits plan, helping with all the specific paperwork needed for medical leave under the union contract, and offering treatment schedules that might be more flexible around union work requirements.
So they understand the nuances of union employment.
Yes, that tailored approach can make a big difference for union workers navigating recovery.
It really sounds like they're set up to understand those specific needs. Okay, so for someone listening right now, maybe this is hitting home. What is the first, most crucial step they should take?
Just explore what's available to you. That's the main thing. Reach out maybe to your HR department, or if you're in a union, contact your union representative.
And just ask about the EAP benefits.
Yeah, simply inquire about the EAP. It's confidential. Just asking the question opens the door. Find out what support is there for you.
And if someone's in the Northern California area, San Jose specifically,
Then, yeah, New Life Recovery Centers is definitely a resource to know about. They encourage people to call them directly. You can talk confidentially, find out how they work with EAPs, verify your insurance, all that.
do you have their number?
I do. It's 408-297-11182. Again, that's 408-297-1182 for a confidential chat.
Okay, 408-297-1182. And if someone does connect with them, what kind of help do they actually provide? What programs are we talking about?
They offer a pretty full range of care. It starts with medical detox, if needed, for safe withdrawal. Then there's residential inpatient treatment.
For more intensive, round-the-clock care.
Exactly. They also have step-down options like a partial hospitalization program, PHP, and an intensive outpatient program, IOP, which offers structured treatment but lets you live at home.
So different levels depending on your needs.
Plus, crucial aftercare planning and ongoing alumni support. They don't just treat you and send you on your way.
That continuous support again. And services within those programs.
Oh, it's comprehensive. Starts with a really thorough assessment, leading to a customized treatment plan just for you. Lots of counseling, individual, psychoeducational groups too, learning about addiction, triggers, self-sabotage.
Practical skills?
Yeah. They have process groups, gender-specific groups, which some people find really helpful, relapse prevention strategies, peer support,
connecting with others going through it.
Vital. Also, recreational activities, family programs, because addiction impacts the whole family.
That's important.
Transitional care planning, help connecting with community support like AA or NA, coordinating with your doctors, therapist, employer, EAP, union.
Wow, they really coordinate with everyone.
They aim to. Legal advocacy if needed, other referrals, and something really unique, free lifetime aftercare support.
Lifetime. Wow. That's quite a commitment. It really sounds like they, and places like them, working with EAPs and unions, create this strong support network.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
EAPs are genuinely a powerful and, like we said, often overlooked way for people to find a path to recovery. The collaboration is key.
So the core message here is, if you're struggling or know someone who is, please check out these resources. Your job, your union, it might hold the key to getting help.
Definitely. Make the call. Reach out to your EAP or call a center like New Life directly. That first step is everything.
This has been incredibly informative, really shedding light on how EAPs can be this bridge for people needing help with addiction.
Yeah, a confidential, accessible bridge.
Right. The big takeaways seem to be they can ease the financial worry, provide clear guidance when you feel lost, protect your job while you get help, and potentially even boost your chances of long-term recovery.
All significant benefits.
So maybe a final thought to leave our listeners with, thinking bigger than just addiction for a moment.
Okay.
These workplace well-being programs, EAPs, they often cover more than just substance use, right? Stress, grief, financial worries.
Absolutely. A whole range of life challenges.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other support systems or resources might be available through our workplaces or unions that we just don't notice or don't think to use? How much could tapping into those potentially improve our overall well-being, maybe even catch problems earlier?
That's a really interesting point. Beyond today's focus, just being aware of all the support potentially available through work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something worth thinking about. Maybe doing a little digging into your own benefits package. You might be surprised what's there.